with the extra step for adding the documents right in the email when you send it for the Thursday folder. What I'm going to do is go up here and just pick BIS. I'll use your account. So I logged in and I'm going to close that. It went right to mail. If it doesn't, excuse me, remember you can go to the 9 boxes and find mail right there. So it should be ready to go like last week when you hit compose, pops up. You can enter who you're sending it to, and that should come up for you. You can enter the subject. And this is new right now, added kind of an opening paragraph. But the important thing is this right here. Basically, we want to replace this with a list of the actual documents. So to do that, select this list like you see I have here, or delete it. You can kind of do it all at once if you want by just selecting it and then going here to insert files using Google Drive. And that should bring up your Drive account. There's BIS Thursday folder. When you double click into that, you can go to current week's folders or items, and then it'll show you all the documents that are in there. So click on the first one, then you can hold shift and click on the last one. That'll select all of them. You want to make sure it's on Drive link, not attachment. So you might want to give one click there and then hit insert. And when you do that, you can see that it put all of the documents right into the email. And then the rest of the email is the same as last week. It says you can find the archive folder on the website, and there's a link to that. And then you can basically go ahead and hit send. I won't send this because it's not ready to go out, so I'll just trash it. So if you're good with that, that's all there is for the additional step. Just to make sure when you go to send it that you get rid of this line. You can delete it or just select it, and then again just put in the Drive items from the current week's folders by clicking on the first one, holding shift, the last one, make sure it's Drive link, and hit insert. And they pop right in there. Now, if you want to have a little review on getting the documents in Drive, I can do that now. You can keep watching. So if I click on these little boxes and go to Drive, once I'm there, I want to find the current week's folders or folder for the files. So I'm going to double click on the Thursday folder and then go to current week. And you might want to take some of those from last week out of there. And if you do, let's say I want to get rid of this lunch menu, I can just click on it and drag it up to BIS Thursday folder. You'll always get this message, just say okay. If I want to get rid of, say, 3 of them, I can just kind of surround them like this. It'll select all 3, and I can drag them up and go to BIS Thursday folder and just say okay. Then the only thing is, I'm going to click now back on BIS Thursday folder. It doesn't put them in archive, which is where we want them if we're going to keep them. Or you could just trash them all together if you are done with them. But if you do want to archive them, you want to bring them up there and now drag them into the archive folder so people can find them when they go to the website. I'm not going to do that, and I'm going to actually put them back in current week's folder because I don't know what BIS really wants to do with those files. But let me go back into current week. If you once you organize the old ones from last week where you want them, maybe you want to leave some, maybe you want to get rid of them all, whatever the case. But when you're ready to put new items in, you're going to hit new, file upload, and then just find wherever it is on your computer that you've been saving them all week or whenever you got them, and pick the ones that you need and hit open, and that will insert them in here. So I won't actually do that. I'll cancel out of there. If you are keeping any of these and you decide you want to change the name, like let's say you're keeping this one, but that name isn't real descriptive, perhaps, so you can select it, go to the 3 dots, and go to rename, and then you might want to call it, whatever, BPS lunch menu. Get rid of those, sorry. for September. All right. And the only, the reason why you might want to rename them is, again, because when you go here and we insert them now, and actually I forgot to, let me close out of there, come down here and get rid of this. When you go here, current weeks, and I click on all these to put them in, it now says BPS lunch menu for September. So that's a little more descriptive for people to see when they get the list, when they get the email. Now, if you want to review how to add people to a group, when you go to the 9 boxes, you can go to groups, and then you can choose my groups, which will give you all the groups for BIS Thursday folder, which there's one. Click in there, and then it shows you any messages sent. So that's last week's. You can go to manage up here, and then it'll show you all the members. If you want to add anybody, you can go right here, which is direct add members, and then enter their email address here. You might have to write a welcome message for it to allow you to do it, but once you have the email and the welcome message, you can just hit add. You can also, under all members, if there are people you want to get rid of, you can check them and get rid of them by going to actions, remove from group. Again, I won't do that, but that's where you would go to add or delete any members. Hope this all helps.